That is for Deen al-Islam, religion with Allah since time began. That is for dhikr, remembering Allah, and Ra is for the month of Ramadan. Oh, Ramadan. That is for Zakat, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need. That is for Salamun alaykum, peace be with you, wa alaykum assalam.
أعوذ بالله سميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We sincerely thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting us opportunity of meeting together this year, 14/45/2024 Ramadan fasting. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from us as an act of ibadah and reward us with a gate of Rayyan and Jannat al-Firdaus, inshallah, in the life to come. La hawla wa la quwwa illa billahi al-azim. Inshallah, today's Zakat talk will focus on calculation of Zakats, the salary earners, or focusing on salary earners, or rather we say all earnings, wages. Those of us who are earning something beside trade, beside livestock, beside business activities, the use of intellect and collection of some funds and making money and becoming rich through all these intellectual and manipulative skills. See, we call it Malul Mustafad, all other earnings or all earnings. Salaries inclusive. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks in the Holy Quran saying and commanding Holy Prophet sallallahu in Quran 9 verse 103, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ بِهَا وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّ صَلَاتَكَ سَكَنٌ لَهُمْ. خُذْ, take from their wealth. The word amwal, all earnings, all wealth, use the plural word, not mal, not just only cash, not just only banknotes or currencies or local currencies, but rather all wealth. So that is one. Then there are some verses in the Holy Quran where Allah will say, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ, and another verse, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ, that from all their earnings, from all their incomes, from all their wealth, there is a due for the beggar and the less privileged. And in their wealth and possessions are due for the needy and the beggars. Quran 51 verse 19. Then in the hadith of Holy Prophet ﷺ, when he was delegating Mu'adh bin Jabal to Yemen as his viceroy and as his own messenger, as his own preacher, as his own representative to Yemen, he gave him some terms of reference. One of it is that وَعَلِمُهُمْ, let them know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قَدْ افْتَرَضَ عَلَيْهِمْ صَدَقَةً فِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ, that Allah has obliged on them a due of charity, that is a charity that must be taken obligatorily from their wealth. He used the word amwal in plural form, not singular form. تُؤْخَذْ مِنْ أَغْنِيَائِهِمْ, to be taken from those who are rich, وَتُرَدُّ عَلَى فُقَرَائِهِمْ, and be given to those who are poor. That hadith is recorded in both Bukhari and Muslim. You find the hadith in both Bukhari and Muslim. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is also making use of the word amwal. Amwal, the plural word, the plural form of mal, or plural derivative of mal. Mal is singular. Amwal is plural. Translatively, we say wealth. Understandably, we say wealth. See, but all kinds of wealth, all kinds of earnings. Salary, wages, gifts, allowances, pension, gratuity, extra codes, professional charges, all these also enter into all earnings because they are incomes for professionals. And in most cases, salary earners also fall within professionals. So professionals like architects, structural engineer, valuers, doctors, or medical officers, consultants, lawyers, all those workers who earn money through their intellectual work, whatever they receive, as far as it reaches nisab, which is about 3.2 million naira, they must pay zakat, because Allah says, "Wafi amwalihim haqqun lis-sa'ili wal mahrum," and from their wealth, there is the due, obligatory due, for those who are beggars and those who are deprived. Some people argue that salary earners do not need to pay zakat, especially right from the time of the Sahaba, when Abdullah bin Mas'ud, a companion of the Prophet, was in charge of those who are teaching non-Arabs the Holy Quran. So he was in charge and he used to pay their salaries. Hadith is there recorded that he will give them the salaries in a case, in a container, in a purse, and he will collect back from them the zakat due on that stipend or salary or wages that was paid. From there, people like Muawiyah, who was Khalifa, also collected salaries collect zakat from salary earners. Umar bin Abdul Aziz, the fifth caliph, also collected zakat from salaries. As such, if a salary earner is having his worth about 3.2 million or more than that, is making a gain or a proceed or a surplus of about 3.2 million per annum, such a salary earner should pay zakat. And how much will he pay? It is 1 out of 40. How will he pay it? Step one is that the gross payment, the gross amount paid to him, we are not considering that. We will only consider the net pay. The net pay is after deduction of all allowances, all utilities bills, all medical bills, all government taxes, whatever remains with him as net income. We deduct all the essential expenses, obligatory financial obligations. We deduct all those ones. Domestic allowance, for example, wardrobe allowance, for example, housekeep given to the wife, whether if it is weekly, it is times 4 or times 52, times 4 on monthly basis, times 52 on yearly basis, to be deducted from the net income of a salary earner. School fees of the children and wards or dependents be deducted. All other allowances given to some who happens to be his dependents, maybe the old parents or uncles who are aged and is the one taking care of them, medical bills, all these to be deducted from the net income. If we have surplus in his account, and up to 3.2 million, which is nisab, this year, he is going to pay zakat. Divided by 40. And we say from 3 million, it is 75,000. 6 million is 150,000. 80 million, 2 million naira. 40 million, 1 million naira. 400 million divided by 40, that's about 10 million naira. So this is how the salary earner and professionals who are earning on occasions, deducting all their essential financial obligations, having the surplus more than the sub, which is 3.2 million, they divide it by 40, and that is going to be the rate of zakat. And such a person is advised to pay his zakat to formidable foundations like Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation for effective disbursement and for effective use of his zakat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for every one of us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from us as an act of ibadah. I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبعث بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم